Greetings. The new slave era, digital governance, digital government. I share this information now for bring some clarity to my people, our Wakans, in an effort to make them know why them say me I make certain changes. So let me just go ahead and just share the basic information without giving away too much. I think I'm going to play this brethren here. Donald Trump.
Next, sir, we have an executive order for your attention relating actually to government payments. Historically, checks issued by the Treasury are, I believe, 14 times more likely to become the subject of fraud than electronic transfer payments. This is an executive order that's going to push the Treasury Department to modernize its payment system to ensure that where possible they're using electronic methods of payment as opposed to paper checks in order to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse in the government. Which is obviously an endeavor that we've been pursuing in numerous aspects of government under your leadership.
It's basically modernization of equipment and methods, and it's something that really I think he's going to be a great Secretary of the Treasury. Wanted Scott, and so we're doing this, and we have other modernization programs going on. We could let somebody else, whoever's next, whoever that may be, do it, but it's something that should have been done 25, 30 years ago.
Now, I could just read from my notes. Shouldn't be too long. While me I do that, I think we should just share it. It really makes sense. Right at that time. Right at that time. I'm going to read from the notes. I think I said the new slave era, the colonizing authority migrating from ink to code. This is when they said digital governance, digital government. Now, what Donald Trump just signed is a document called Executive Order 14247. Again, Executive Order 14247. Very interesting. But as I once said, the global governmental system is transitioning from paper-based administration to digital governance, replacing physical documents with computer data, cloud archives, and internet-based verification systems, plural. Again, let me repeat that and probably rephrase it in a little different way. The worldwide governments what we see out there, irrespective of what kind of war they might fight, with each other. All of them are actively replacing the paper system with digital data platforms. Every one of them. It's called modernization. So they might replace the paper system with digital data platform, electronic records, and internet-based services. Now this transition, well, I have to take my time and read it because I can here with my glasses, my up on this thing for so long. Yeah, this transformation is accelerating through executive orders, modernization programs, and sustainability initiatives aimed at improving efficiency, transparency, and security. This transformation marks a new era. Authority is migrating from ink to code. This shift is not isolated, it's a coordinated modernization effort across all nations, driven by efficiency, cost reduction, and control. For sovereign nations, the challenge is to ensure that digital governance does not erase living sovereignty. I guess this is the ultimate goal, total control over the living man and woman, not just the legal entity. This is why they want to remove paper. And now you're gone virtual, literally. But most people never see it on that level or from that perspective. Now I touch upon the executive order 14242 there, and can pull up these things and you don't know my energy, I gotta, you know, take my time and go on with myself. So this executive order mandate the transition of all federal payments to fully electronic methods to enhance security, efficiency, and reduce cost. Now, them are going to hear that kind of nonsense story. Them now going to tell us, hey, this is a reset, and we're going to remove access and give them a tokenized currency where there's an on and off switch. Well, when they're ready, they can turn on your money or turn off your money. Whichever way, them are going to have that control. But again, you will be the employee working 30, 40 years, and then you save and retire and you die and you condition your children to follow the same process while these foreign corporate institutions always a benefit. So this is why so many stand and say, boy, our advocacy of sovereignty, not from a colonial perspective, but more freedom. And we use information for great clarity. Now again, the overview of this executive order is a title Modernizing Payment to and from America's Bank Account, was signed on March 25th, 2025. Now, the first thing I may pay attention to is who this act apply to, because it's a federal act. This is why me I tell myself I'm enslaved, but I don't know why it ever take for the eye and really see. It's a federal act. We talk about payments, and this can only apply to taxpayers, and the taxpayers are considered are construed to be the citizens. This is why you can never own anything, because if you own anything at all, Babylon can't tell us that to pay taxes on nothing, but because you only have, as I would have said, right of use, while the so-called agencies, not even the state, the agencies retain your lawful title, put it that way, what I'm call legal title. What I'm giving is a certificate of that legal title to validate and verify, say, hey, the original is somewhere else, but we have the record. No different than when I place my document out there. I just, basic, but again, if you now vibrate on a much higher frequency, all of what me I say, I gonna sound like Spanish, literally sound like foreign language. Yeah. So it not have to be Spanish, it can be Russian if you don't speak Russian. Dutch, French, but because we are dealing with the basic untidy English, and that's the thing that it's all about money. It's all about who control the money, which is these foreign people, and who them are impose rules upon which the taxpayers or the citizen taxpayer must comply. There is no excuse, none. This is why them carry out say, tax evasion and lock your ass up. Listen, I have a lot of information I have to read and share with the idea, but I have the energy that for today. As we talk about tax evasion or whatever, you know me have a piece of property, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna check on it, I have to check on a little piece of lot there somewhere around there. So and I know me not paying the tax on it for a very long time, so nowadays little people probably thief the land. If I go around them I might not see. Yeah, man, but what me have to do is go back to that local tax location there and get some more information. Because the last time I checked them, some who I think are 68,000 or 98,000 or some hundred of that door. No, we keep the records too. But when I say, what I like, this cross dressing, sissify, criminal government with the criminal cabinet and the criminal judiciary, with the criminal Supreme Court downtown, with the criminal justices, probably not all, but majority, whereas if them attorney, all criminals, treasonous traitors. I want anyone I own untidy pussy to try to carry me in a court for some kind of tax evasion. I want them to carry me in a court for anything at all. Sodomites. I need an opportunity to step down on them Supreme Court, not just on a little basic traffic case, because them can't escape that right now. Them I said, "Chuck, sovereign man just a talk. Sovereign man broke. Sovereign man can't afford to even printing documents. No that them I said. Yeah, man. And them I go run me account and say, see, you know, the big bossy account where my brother about that. Nothing in there. So I talk him at all. And me I say, you mean, just by me express that information publicly, it suffice until we get to the location privately. Why is that? Remember, when I get away from people, when I'm moving away from people. So, everything now, just like when I book data entry, everything about data, computer data. Yeah, man, a long time I kind of side that still. That's why I tell people years ago, I say, yo, publishing the information, put it on the record, use it on a YouTube channel, use it on the YouTube platform. Some of my people never make it much simpler because they have people all in a rush of them there. So they have to go make a YouTube video from Russia, but they not acknowledge and accept and not choose for engage by way of communal declaration we put over there. So and just by that, just that expression is a record, yeah, for those boy in a trust relationship with our working their nation. Why we can say that? Because a constructive trust can be implied or written or whatever. And when you're suffering, none of these bureaucrats from these state agency can give this sovereign man no chat. Absolutely none at all. Probably me one of the only man who make them laugh. Probably some of them will make them cry through when they embarrass them, them friend roast them. Some of them they must say, I don't like that man, I'm terrified. But I think the part where them probably like about me, with all of my comedic behavior, them say, "Man, always come with a different perspective, and we have to go back to school." Yeah, I think that's the unique part of it. Because here on the island, we have a lot of brilliant people, bright people, full adults, whole heap adults. We never touch upon them now. But we can emphasize the bright people, but for whatever reason, I can't find no location out there on the internet where our bright people are express this kind of information where, even I can sit in and say how we can sharpen up and, because we always can improve, because learning the cease. Yeah, learning the stop till the break out. When we can't find them information, then I'll be here mimicry, mimicry, mediocrity, mediocrity. That's all I say out there. Nobody now talk about sovereignty. Everybody I talk some cross-dressing sissy mess out there. I can say that. If one realize the reset is right here in front of them, if this instrument that pass in a for them slave codes, what I would call law, from last year 2025, March, and 1 year ago that, yeah, and watch me now. I don't know nothing about this law. I never hear about this executive order. I might have, when I draw for this tape, I think we have a light on it, so me I say wait. But now me I get the clarity, that's why me I express it. Yeah, man. And again, when they are them read it, just read it. They are them gonna say exactly, say them are telling them basically, say watch out, this is the new rule, and whoever have the money in my bank, make sure not a bank card to make sure, and I comply. Matter of fact, go and read a little bit. I'll get you what kind of been up for a few. Yeah, man. And then I just say, share this little information and let's go and mess around. You can, however, my life up when I share the information, long as I stuck again. This is a problem I have with this thing. You know, salute, but salute. One that's there as I want them that's a ghost out, really. What is this? Remove this. Okay. Let's see if we can stop share screen. Right, this thing I give me a point time what is going on. Okay, I'll go over here. So, alright, where was I? Share this. Some information on the tail and I'm gonna really want to expose it. But is this it? Yes. Yeah, man, that's going on lazy day today. I don't know how the volume is got, may I tell you. But through we know we can private it after I run through it probably later on and thing. And if it choppy or messy, but that's private it. What I like throw away some esoteric information under them settings there where it seems so boring and people now don't have no interest. Yeah, I mean, I definitely talk some nonsense. Hopefully, I remember and touch upon my community. My community car are getting stolen and it had done get a brawling. I'm not like the idea there. So I might touch on that. But I want to read for them information what I'm up on for them record. It has a key provision phase out of paper checks effective September 30, 2025. Listen carefully. Let me go up here from the overview. Overview Executive Order 1424/7 titled Modernizing Payment to and from America's Bank Account was signed on March 25, 2025. Its primary goal is to eliminate paper-based federal payments. Its primary goal is to eliminate paper-based federal payments. What kind of payments are you people making generally? I when I got a corner store and I use the Federal Reserve notes, you're making federal payment. Don't make this thing because of these people write it. Yeah, say, oh no, it not apply to me. Oh no, it apply to foreign around the US. No, everybody agree. But let me read a film provision I said. Again, eliminate paper-based federal payment, including checks and money orders, and replace them with secure electronic payment methods, meaning this will be the standard. and all on a computer, them are said them will facilitate these things in the but you know that go they shall be left behind. And when we look at this, them now worry about we now, because them are said, them are going to solidify this thing within a few years, but them are going to wipe out as many people as them can with all kind of nonsense. And then the new people now where are born dumb, like how you see a lot of people, young people, just act this, you know, dumb out there. Not even young, well, them younger than me, I call them young people, but I had them. Like we see a video with some man that's a fire coming in the ear, like some boy, a Texas them there. So may I said, I guess a 15-year judgment applied to them here on the island. I guess them have links to some who knows, probably other police, plain clothes other than to them. However, all I want to say is about money. It's about the payment system, and all I want to say is foreign. I hear them tell a brawling. Says to secure the electronic payment method. Now the order aims to reduce fraud. That's what I must say. Prevent lost or stolen payments, improve processing speed, and lower operational costs across federal agencies, including the IRS and the Department of Treasury. Now, these are the two primary institutional agencies where govern the currency system and the currency flow and finance. See, the IRS who would be some Federal Reserve or some foreign thing, then get the Treasury some kind of millions of dollars worth of deposit. So the Treasury use the deposit to create payments for all its employees. And from that, say, macro level, it matriculate down to the micro level, down to the state agencies, down to the basic departments. All of them operate on the very same, say, formula. This is why years ago I shared some information on define agency, and I show them say all of these governments are, just an agency of the state, but them are usurp the area where them for us were as the servant. Them no want to do that no more. On paper, them no mind a say, but you don't have access to the law to implement it, or you probably don't know where the law is so you can invoke it. So them can now apply it. Boy, may I tell you, our people are going to get it. Cause me I come from the area where they would have called everybody dance around here so there. And when you don't have the foreign colonial credentials, that mean you're unrecognized. Someone like me, unrecognized. So whatever intelligence me a purport, it now gonna work out there, guys, unrecognizable, only because I'm not institutionalized. And this is the problem. Yes, with all the institutionalized people where we have on this island where brag, them a make millions of dollars, and none of these people in our area where them smart enough, where them collaborate, aware enough, where them at least a group of them come together and have this kind of discussion. So our people can have an area to say, yeah, you know, Like we learn some alternative thing. We don't have others. I've never seen it out there. Come type and I try to find it. And I see. Only pattern I type in a YouTube I look for. And I see. Yeah, the discussion are really dead. If anything, fair discuss on this level. A more cartoon thing, manipulating and bullshit. People you are enslaved. Don't let them fool you. I'm telling you. And them are perfect. Them enslavement. Them are perfect the slavery. And you consent to this thing. You volunteer to this thing. And me I say, watch out. Even when it got digital, nothing wrong with that. We just have to stay autonomous. Yeah, man, and as I go along, I will share some of that kind of information that we I have, but for whatever reason, the ancestors they must have not touched this with these people here. So you don't give it too much. Yeah, right now. Now, if you at least have some of my people and get that clarity, yeah, where manifesto by way of an epiphany, literally. Yeah, you have to break it down with someone's and thing. But you just have to share that executive order were applied to slave and slave possessions cannot apply to the free man in his sovereign state capacity, cannot apply to the free nation in its sovereign state capacity, cannot apply to the AWAC Indian nation members. Impossible. Why? I will stand up and law, and we are express law, and I am law. I just not figure it out yet. When I even talk this way, and when I said, madman that. When I say madman that, and I said, that's arrogance that. When I say that, and I said, foolishness in my chat. And then they ask a question and say, you tell me what is law. And I guarantee some low IQ individual will tell me the police is law. And then I'll ask this question. If the police is law, what standard is there when ye act contrary to the very law? No, police can't be law. Dunce. What's wrong with you people? Contract like law. The stipulations in whatever agreement. And when I say stipulations, I mean when you write contract, them over here what I call terms or terms and conditions. Those are the stipulations which makes law for each specific individual, each specific contract. Now the distinction is this. When you're a citizen, then you're on a citizenship. You're a part of the citizenry. Now you can only be administrated aggregately, meaning as a group, literally. Now, now comprehend why I say I am non-citizen sovereign. Boy, me I tell you. And even when I chant this way, it ever go over most on the head. I know not all, because may I share some little information when I share with the ones I want said this is our vision. We have a structure now. We can't wait till 2027 coming in. No, we have a structure now. This is why it's may have published information out there right in the get go, right now the brand new year right now, this new era of 2026. Yeah, man. And through everything about digitize, with equipment, I forgot to be conducive to all of these things. This is what Babylon now tell us, you can, structure and do your thing this way and according to the inspiration of the Most High. Because the Most High now going on nothing with these demonic people. How can the Most High and Donald Trump and this Satan Ben Netanyahu, this guy, be any kind of friends? No. Yeah, man, but true, this is the voice in the wilderness, and yeah, when I don't want to shout it out too loud, but that's no way I have to present it. Probably that's why I deal with some chamba chamba. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I reset. Yeah, when them started, when them signed this executive order. So you say, just like how we used to look at the 1933 Banking Act and Banking Emergency Act and all these executive orders and what initiate a change. This is what is happening now for this new era. Yeah, so about 30, 40 years from now, when people are getting uncomfortable, that's when I'm going to talk about this time right now. The beauty about all light is that I'm here at least. I scratch the surface. Yeah, man. And raise the awareness. Yeah, I already bring the paradigm shift in. This is why my work so tedious. Because I feel maintain the fact that it is a shift. There has been a shift. I don't know how much people I look in the sky and I see the sun and the moon at the same time on a more regular basis. It occur more frequently now. I don't know about around England. I don't know what going on in these foreign lands. I can't talk for Jamaica. And what me can say about around here, it not new. Years ago when we used to live on the beach and I hold my wet, some meds and I hold my discipline. I some would I look upon the sunrise over the little hill that's up from the eastern direction. And could I just turn my head, not even a full 180 degree. And may I look upon the moon same time. And that used to occur in the morning till me used to say that in the evening till now, down to this, I think by this morning. And step outside and look up. Yeah, man. Whole heap of things change, but because I'm off mess with the people and perception, mess with the people and vibration, mess with the people and by way of all these different distractions, a lot of people, it'll take them probably another 2 lifetime for figure this thing out. In other words, them probably go off if they don't come back and they don't come back on these things. But I'm on just a scratch the surface, cause we have so much things for do and for implement and yeah, and I don't know my things still. And if I just a one strength may I get, may I'm gonna work right there. So I'm not may just share information where it's available on a general level to the public, but now can afford for, carry nobody burden. Really, if you want freedom, oh God, you have to just walk to freedom. You have to make an effort. And hey, it's reciprocal. You're not gonna come and link me and say me I try structure a certain way. I'm gonna try to fix up something to aid your participation. Cause you don't know what it is, you don't have the vision, you don't have the knowledge, but the truth will resonate. That's why I bring the interest. So from you have the interest, step up man. And when you don't, it's understandable. But I can say this, just like I wanna say certain changes make just like that. Yeah man. I saw a lot of when I go reach a point where I want access to me. And that will be an impossibility because I'm not gonna allow myself to regress when I try to move forward. Not even try, I'm actually we are heading. And may I say, from years now, we on the strength there. And one of just laugh at me. I must give thanks. Yeah, man. But me always know, say, every cloud have a silver lining, and it's a joy when I'm on can say, yeah, we have ones who we're gonna share the information with, and we are take our time, just like how we are share it in the public. But we have ones we contact with through them of that interest and maintain that interest. You understand? So we have to sit down just like how we used to deal with Joel Jaguar here, there, and everywhere. And them kind of energy that we have to kind of push over the ones and were serious about this thing. The ones that were not ready and not fair, wait and prepare themselves, then can do that without no kind of problem. But we make sure I structure in such a way where we're exclusive the people and where I said, who we are said, I can demonstrate that. And the instrument, whatever I have, I can only come from this authority. Yeah, the autograph or signature or mark or whatever sign, yeah, it have to generate from this location, this office. Yeah, man, 'cause we have to do things in such a way where, again, communal, covenant, contractual. This is why I'm share the information. Always say it's a three-tier structure. Yeah, man. So the people them where they had the old paradigm with the old 2019 down to the 2025 information. Now I forgot choose to either rise to this occasion or stay one of them get left behind. 'Cause it don't make sense to digitize information where outdated. Why would they do that? When we're in a new era for launch on launch out there. It has said appropriately. And I better with us start good and done. Cause we're at the start. That's a lot of people are really figure it out yet. But I'm gonna whisper, I'm gonna talk too loud. I'm gonna have a big platform, so And later people, when all kind of things are manifest and once I go through them thing, and all of these gurus out there are expressed for that thing, I'm gonna go there. I do I thing, bold and brave, firm and strong, free and sovereign in my land. And my land consists of anywhere upon the earth. I would love a trip to Russia. Yeah, man, right now, me have Russia upon my mind. Yeah, man. I go to right Trinidad, Georgia. And so, we want an environment where we not colonize, my lord, my people. We want an environment where we not have no foreign Anglo-Saxony or any one of these kind of ones. We don't want a fake Jew, no Israeli type people. We don't want these people around with them foreign weaponry and them foreign technology. Let them keep it on one. And listen, carry Andrew Holiness and the entire family with him, including the Rasta one. Yeah, man. If Andrew my brother, and him a go and so, and me a Rasta what me supposed to a live up, and I said truth and rights, then a public thing would have go on with them and say, boy, Andrew and him brother don't ever deal a be war at the time. Andrew brother and Andrew Buck, Andrew security affair, protect Andrew because the brother are rushing. But another one. Them arms in arms, so you know, say everybody a profit from slave legacy, everybody a profit from the illicit gain, everybody a profit. But I say, watch you know, we reach a point where we say, we don't ever care anymore, we want to keep our life. We are create our own. And when the mind start fresh, when I follow some people who attach themselves to some old long time nonsense where them a trick everybody. The only way you gonna get freedom around this, so it's just like what we are doing ourselves. These foreign people need to leave. These very same foreign people come around and establish themselves and put an outpost in the Middle East where I create all the problem right now. So that Israeli outpost out there come from the British and the very British and them in the US Congress. Every one in the US Congress I work for the foreign bankers. This is why so them a come with this act. And the foreign bankers I tell us that them a write the policy for this nonsense. Now, when I talk like this, I tell us that I go over people's head, them I say as punishment talk. Nothing ever so. The deception is the word wizardry where the system use and the propaganda where its media propagate feeds colonize people. That's why when else I seem like it's far fetched. What am I really saying? I'm saying that a switch and a change and a reset. That not just a oh for avoid fraud. No man. They want total control over your labor. One time you have labor, one time them never have no kind of control. And them use the very same executive orders and this a proclamation and that the declaration and water down everything. This is why the mainland people cannot be audacious enough to say sovereignty in nothing at all that they do. They can't do it. They'll be arrested. They'll be arrested. On this island here, our people unlearned. They don't mind being a slave. Why? Because everybody rich. You understand? Now the common people will suffer. we all see what that is. What when we talk about the government, what they out there is a group of unlearned people. However, me alone talk this way, me alone can talk this way, or we can validate it. There is nobody in their system who can come in front of me and give me no talk, so them have no authority, so them have no jurisdiction, so them have no control. And could have come with them colonial commonwealth army. Me I tell them say boy, you don't have no kind of authority over me. So it no matter what you gonna do to me. Yeah, I remember now, me are no criminal. So the moment anyone of you untidy, unlearned pussy ever conceive the notion to say no one violate me, that's no one break the law. That's no one break one own law. You know why we can't prove it? We don't have to employ with the political government, but we don't have to take oath of our affirmation of allegiance. And that's a law there. How we can prove it again? Because chapter 3 of the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom said clearly, section 13, subsection 2, A, it said this is binding on all public officers elected or appointed. Yeah. And B said Parliament shall pass no law, and the executive branch specifically, not just the judicial and the legislative, which is Parliament. The executive branch, when Donald Trump sit down and when Andrew Holness sit down, cannot take no action to abrogate, abridge, or infringe the fundamental human rights and freedom. Why? Because they're signatory to that international declaration. Now, my people, if you're a citizen, it will be construed that you don't have much sense, you don't know what one, so you don't need the international law where it has to protect the individual. You're gonna need some political privileges. You understand? With them I said them I give you equal rights. Where them get equal rights from to give to you? When them a colonizer, them a enslaver, them a foreign oppressor. Where them get any rights from to give you? Word wizardry. Word wizardry, them a give you privilege and call it rights. And if they give you any privilege, they can always take it back from you. Why? God damn give. What we have, none of these sodomites can give. And them have the very same thing. It's just that most of them are psychopath. And it's proven that them actions out there. Literally. Listen, the system hate any man or woman will think autonomously, will think in a sovereign capacity, will think freely. The system have absolutely no control over the free mind. Impossible. Yeah, and that make you untouchable, you know? Because if they lock you up, you're still free and can't touch the mind. And if they destroy you, unalive you, you're still free. The fuck of them can't touch the mind. And here what I go on now. Because you publish your information, it arouses their attention, and that is what bring that attraction. Cause the information. So even if they destroy you, hey, the information is already there. The paradigm shift is already there. The seed has already sown, and it's sown in fertile ground. It has been sown in my people. It just have to take different ones, different situation to activate this kind of truth, this kind of ancestral, esoteric information. But it's there. Yeah, man. I wrap it up enough now. In another reading, I probably just make that thing a prolific call me. I tell you, yeah, I mean, just push out here, just to push out here. But I should touch upon my local community, like, oh, I might make this private. I can probably get not too, not too vulgar. Not no, why just be easy and say, listen, when we live in our community where we are trying, well, some people want peace in our community. Some people want a little bit of stability, especially we the older folks. When are young, where we are party and I go on with ourselves, you know what I mean? And I'm on there in a migrator, Portmore to East. One is the warrior, them call it, but you know, them have it document as too. But we are number one because there is no other start here. So them better call that area where them have them fancy waterworks, them can call that two, and we are one. So we need to get that reach, rearrange. Anyway, all of a sudden we have this parking problem. I've heard people say one fool make many, and me used to always smile because I never see life in action. I'm literally can say just when I say one fool, I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. We can even rephrase it. One miscalculation, because it's not an error, you do anything intentionally. But one unreasonable actions create many unreasonable actions. Yeah, that sound better. Women have to sound too harsh. Boy, when I talk to people in a rasta, I don't know what kind of energy I have. I don't want to talk to people too much unless we run joke and smile in a car. Me, I tell you, it's like me in a ram for make good friends and lose good friends real quick. Through this energy of mine. And I not blame the people and I blame myself. Yeah, man. I say we have this issue now where my neighbor car got stolen probably like a week or two ago. And my neighbor them in front me are good people and I don't know them personal, like what them are doing, I don't know about the party. But the basic interaction, they say are good people and these people are my neighbor. And I would tell anybody say probably if any of them walk up the block, like which one would I walk and say them I go take a bus with them, I take bus and everything there. But me, if them walk through the community, people will look upon them like, oh, that people are new. And nobody now will know them like that. This is how reserved, you know what I mean? And most people there, so them really live. Even I, people don't go see me through, me as a man always I read and write, so I always have to take some fresh air. I don't want to go down and mingle, so I just stand up out of my bridge. And for years, I that my spot. If any problem occur, we leave the bridge. You understand? But no problem now occur, for me leave the bridge. And why me can't come out at the bridge and stand up? Because there was a time when we just come from foreign, we couldn't do that. Too much gang activity and badness. And Joe me is not a badness and a gangy. I don't know how me surviving, but I'm here. You want me to say it again? I'm here. And why I think me here is because I'm full of love. And because I'm full of love, you have a whole heap of people who love me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, some will pretend. But then you have some people where them just not, them probably despise it. But if you're not smart like if you're not aware, you won't know it. You have some people where they're just different. Now, we have one road where the two side you can park on. One side of the people and parking. If you park, you just park close to the sidewalk where the people and twist and turn and back out. But that's how this place I used to be. And then you see it get empty. And then you see more people. But originally, fewer people had cars, so you never saw untidy. For whatever reason, I noticed nobody now park on this side. I mean, say, at the brethren were there, I encourage others to park elsewhere, but not to park on that side. But they have to say, I not say municipal mark out the road and say no parking yellow. You know what I mean? So nothing now got there, so for reserve for nothing like that. The people have to park on both sides. Now, problem occur when, so, one inaction make many is when the brethren bully the neighbor on the hear me talk about on the video. Like he want to push her out and push her for go move and go park somewhere else. This is the attitude of some of these people here. It's like me, we go sweep up the road and everything there. But my only interest are my little area. That's it. I'm gonna just plant up my little area, I have my garden and my little area. That is it. I will sweep up everywhere else, come and like so in the place tidy. I'm not obligated, and nobody can tell me not to sweep. I want to sweep your gate, because if your gate nasty, I'm going to have to sweep your gate. You can't tell me not to sweep your gate. I can tell you to suck your nasty mama, and we're going to go at it. If I hear a gate, I use a filth and you not clean it. And we want the place clean. If I move out of this blood clot community, problem, get out. Now, I must say this. We do not have that problem like that anymore. I'm not gonna lie. People who are paid them rent, I'm not gonna lie, I have to give them some credit. Yeah. Problem with the people that might have and say, hey, people have care park up like storage. Listen, I am sure if you have an issue, talk to the people and say, listen, what you can do for me? Cause there's some I like park or there's some I used to park. See if you can shift that and I'm quite sure something would work it out. The island can work it out that way. But people don't want to do that. Them stay on one side and chat and then them talk about hypocrite. That's why I'm not like gonna blood clot. And that's why I'm not gonna like me, cause I'm a big friend. I'm gonna say where I live. I told Paul now, I'm not a hypocrite, but I'm not call me a hypocrite. What's that? All you have to do is talk to the ones then. It not make sense to not bully people. Then if the one yeah, and then chamba it up, cause me I try my best for not go on too much. Now, we have some neighbor in front of me, them never ever come to you and all of them can speak and what a real I know that, a Christian type of people, even though they might not go on silly like the rest, some people. But yeah, no, I say, another my neighbor, which is my neighbor where I'm a friend to. And I say, come some back and I say, neighbor, you get a new spot. And we are discuss it and I whisper to neighbor, I say, neighbor, say, I neighbor, there's a spot and such whispering. And my good neighbor does get loud. Where and I like me a whisper, no, it does get loud and me I smile, cause me I say, see manifestation there. Me never have to say nothing. Now, while we are, discuss the situation, all me I say is this. Your reputation is high. It's way up there. Your reputation up there. You think high. Not low by, I got back and forth over them. And that's all me I say. Because to me, it don't look good. And because I rate you as a neighbor, just like how I rate certain neighbors here. And not everybody I rate. You understand? But you have some people where, and I like them ever do nothing for me. None of these neighbors ever offer me a ride in their cars. Let me repeat that. Some of them I get that privilege from none. None of these neighbors have never given me a ride in none of them car, period. And many times I walk and nobody never, you want me to never car. I would have said, no, I'm good, but never offer. So it's not about the neighbor, you do this for me, or the neighbor, no, none of these neighbors. We can't say, do nothing for me, problem. And me not do nothing for them neither. You understand? These people are proper people who have everything what them need. So all me I say is this, just, and brethren, because I said that. I know I lose a friend because me is a man to stay away. You hear me talk now? Yeah, man, summertime, because just like how everybody have energy, so me have money. I know when me I say, so, my energy might be so awake, me I tell you. When I know something wrong is when I come out and I walk and I don't say, how's it heal me I say, watch that. I would just accept it and such. But this is what I gotta say publicly. It's a snake what you align yourself with. And because you know want to protect this parking spot for the snake, the commercial work, and you don't want to park this up, but you don't want to do other things. Me I go tell my brother and say it is unnecessary. I want to go and live here long enough for hear what me I say. We can live in peace. But there's always somebody where's a little snake. You'll never see that snake. But at them I whisper, and I say, park this at them are the instigator. You know what I know? God, the very same one who bullied the lady, sit down with this one. Listen. And then you when you, and then so you align. God, the commando look work for you. This is the problem, man. All that we can get along. Right now, Babylon have my Pro Max mash up. I don't have a vehicle out there. But I know we have a spot out there. And watch me now. We get a vehicle right now. I don't even want a spot. I'm going to park probably like in a bush over there. So, yeah, because I'm not too silly. I'm not too silly. If you have an issue, discuss it, no man. And when you discuss it, because you know you have a right. Because if you don't have no right, you're not going to make the discussion. If you do not have a right, You're not going to discuss nothing. But once you know you have a right, you can, you know what I mean, present the discussion for negotiation and resolution. If the discussion no work, remember, you can say, this is what I'm going to do. I'll take it to the municipal, and then they will take it to the next level till we go to the court. Call me and say, I want to go through that. Especially when you figure you have to fight for some rights. Like me, my house built from 1993. Yeah, and we have car out there from that time or however long, but nobody when new now go come and tell me when they are old and give me chat. That impossible. And this is what I try to say. We will live together. Just like how I wouldn't allow nobody for bully this neighbor. No, man, nobody bully you neither. But at the same time, never whisper to you and say, look like you're bully somebody else. And because I show you that. I know, say, go want to chat to me again. I'm going to make sure I talk this publicly like this for say, that is fine with me. I don't like problem. I rather cut off the problem and keep moving. You know why? I'm not get the way I know. Because I never fortunate enough to have no lady will really take care of me like that and make sure you know what I mean? Yeah. I have to say salute to my first lady. I want to, well, first lady are the best. Yeah. My head probably just crazy, put it that way. But you're the best lady. So me know me not have issues when it come on to I say with the quality there. You understand? So when uno supposed to be on a level, and me have uno on a level, in other words, irrespective of where you come from and what you used to do. Is it true me I know you now one thing, me I said why you carry yourself this way and I place you on that level. And all me I say is this, if you continue down that road there, I follow them little snake people there, well, you don't know, we do you a favor. Then you go, drop off of the high horse there. Or you got often, back and forth with people where would be untidy. Leave that to all the old man like me. Make them cuss me out for tell the truth. Make them cuss me out for sweep the street. Because them not to sweep it. Most of y'all just walk past garbage. Just walk past it because what that's out of the street. And I find it distasteful. Now, one day, if I say one of y'all just say, oh, look, don't see make a catch out there before the man was up on the corner, call the preacher, him do it like a sweeping. Now, I remember when I made a sweep the whole place, even the yard. That's how the daughter officer said that. I'm going to say, yeah, man, listen, man, we need to get along. We not to like each other, but at least respect each other. Because if you not disrespect me not gonna disrespect you. But don't disrespect me. And things say me I gonna play the game like I'm afraid of you. I tear your ass up, man. I never disrespect you, bro. Never YouTube platform I'm gonna go on. That's why it's my bun out the little snake, man. I don't want a friend from the little snake, man. I hear me talking to them. And listen, when I want to do my own research and see what kind of messing bloodline it is. Because this guy is an instigator. Advise the people and say, listen, show me do my thing, yes, sir. You just touch right there, so at least we can, and then we know you always get. Work it out. You don't go on like say, oh, one man want control that corner there. And then you're next to go, it no work. It's unfair. But you want me to say my piece about that. Now I talk to someone, me leave when alone or something. No, yeah, man. When they call it malice, man, I know about malice. Man, just cut off people and say, a suck on a mother gone. Because me have a mother, yeah, so. Yeah, man. And at the other day, me have to tell my mother, say me there, you never give me $1,000 yet. Never. My mother look straight at me like she have think, and it's the truth. I must broke and say, yo, let me $1,000 and come back and give that to you. So when I come on internet, come go on and pretend, and me I say, God, me tell you, brawling. What kind of respect me gonna give if you ever step out of line? And me is a man always respectful, always courteous. But when they get rude and disrespectful, me would just go silent. You know what I mean? And then just tell us, listen, I'm done dealing with you. Me don't want to deal with you no more. And if you continue and persist, that's when you're going to get the disrespect. But me rather just go silent and cut off. Why? You know, you must say a big pussy girl now do nothing for me. Now no boy no way. None of them things that work for me. Really. Yeah, man. Me a old school, where all your own. Yeah. You know, have nothing. I hunger when you have to tell somebody something I have nothing because them a ask you for something. And the hunger time them a gonna know that. But you will not go parry about me not have nothing. You not go parry, hey, me not eat from morning, or me not eat for 2, 3, 5 days. You not go parry them thing there. When I feel listen to my old tape if I don't want to hear story, man. Real story, man. Yeah, man. So a lot of people were new and just meet you and you know, without oh nobody can talk to me about you. Listen, when you deal with that snake, I am always a topic. That's you take me, know. You know, listen, man. That's why I like to talk about people and IQ, because me a dunce, But when I waste time with people who are dunce than me, I can't tell them that. Me, a dunce. So me have to apply myself. Because me, I'm one of them boasty dunce there. But me no waste time on blood clot people where duncer than me. That's why I may have a thing for what I say. I say what you know is either cutting it off or cutting it out. And one or the two. I no waste them time. If we can't get along, we know we can avoid each other, but respect each other. And sometimes it's so we live. That's why I'm not so friendly. Because I tell you, somehow now, we put people in a problem. Because when it's snake, when it's nothing at all, I guarantee if this little lady had never said joke, or you wouldn't even tell about you, so you'd have to do out the road at work. You'd have to come out of the house early and don't come back till night. Una too mischievous and Una is the root of a lot of problem. And watch me now, there is a lot of people like Una, where is the root a lot of problem in a lot of community. But people don't know say people don't know connections. Now, what I'm now like for the car thief and thing, this is what me have to say about that. Blood out me a beat this thing at chamba I say. Warrior out there, hear what we are saying now. We not really have no rich people around now. in my section. I can't talk for everyone. But my little section here, so we call one is. Babylon call it two is. Warrior out there, you know the place. You know the place here. See? You know what go on. The people and with the real riches and the big people and now move to that. So all me I say is this with a whole heap of respect and none of the badness behind it. Give our little area yeah, a little blind. Now make the rest of the year done and we not lose no vehicle in a 2 east. At least, yeah man, everywhere else just mash up why you not mash up. Me can't talk and tell them not to do. We have I man have to beseech on behalf of our people because we're not rich round here. And when you say a man have a mark X and a rich, the man rich. You understand? When you see people them have them little and a rich, them rich man. Everybody at work hard, we don't have no chop around here, nothing like that. And when it thief, a man care hard when it have a little insurance. Some might don't even have no good insurance. Really. But when it have a little, it's still inconvenient. Yeah, man, go take something somewhere else, warrior. And watch foot soldier them. Yeah, you know do better, man. Give me a blind around here. I see way me to lose a vehicle. I never my vehicle, but rent a vehicle need a response. Yeah, man. So that's that me I say, cause me not take on nobody nothing because you see what them people I deal with we around here. I'm tell them, bro, them say, me I try to say how much neighbor have I helped. Me I wonder, me and Auntie Joni ever drive out? I don't think so. The other person when me can remember as a neighbor see me out the road and encourage me to get in the car. And this lady don't drive every day. I don't listen. They them have to do better out there, man. Cause around here now, ghetto even though them I say, what are you ghetto in the book? How una behave, it will become ghetto. Easy, I'm telling you. Cause none, and I just scare people like I start thief, brawling. Yeah, people are gonna start coming out of the house, brawling. That's how bad it can get. That's how bad it can get. Now, our next thing when me have to chant with my elder brethren around this side, you know, 'cause I don't know why I find myself, me I run west still. Me I go across the road the other day and I think, yeah, man, yesterday and a brethren, couple guys there and brethren stopped me and but I don't know the brethren that stopped me. Clean looking brother. And I'm gonna lie, really look like a police to me. Or I mean, I them kind of feel, you know. But him try not to give it away. But him, you know, him look like either military something or that sort. So him, like him asked me something, I don't remember what was the phrase when he used. And me I said, no man, that's a pass through. And him I said, all right, it does a pass through. And me I said, what is it though? And then kind of either share some boy them have a little vehicle that's up, which is a truck. And the driver, you know, are losing pieces off a truck and me I said, you know. In other words, people are thief or some little I scrap it down basically. A part's gone and so the first thing me I feel ask and thing, me I say, hold on, what the driver, what the driver and the people around this area have? God, logical question that. And the driver never did it. Then the driver come out now, right in the midst of everything, then that's when me even ask the driver, what go on, cause me always see him and know him and I know if you really involved in nothing per se. So we are the man them have. Cause it's an area where ones and ones they about some, you know, unless you know, you know. But the brethren I said not really have a problem, you know. I just more like to not really ill man on these things. And me I said, oh, however, I tell him brawling, say, mother, I forgot run your fire still warrior fear or walk one car. And I know you is not really a style and you know, but again, when I know you like that, so the most we can do is chant with our brethren and hear what it is and see if we can say, be my blind or however. Me not have that power there. Me not, you know what I mean? But what me I say is this, and we have to do better in our community. It don't make sense we're in our own community or you know, we come from this community or we have we mother for our people and in the cup and we are mash it up. A joke thing that. A joke thing that some of know say, you know, warriors them have to look at themselves and they have a thing named pettiness that can destroy a lot of things. But then again, I leave it right there. But that's our platform out here where we know say we can at least make an effort to say hold it. You know what I mean? That's hold it more and we always can discuss it. You never can say a man with him little truck and do him thing, whatever it is, and feel like he can tax him. And if he not tax him, they will scrap them with thing and think that nonsense. However, me never come to my own conclusion. I jump to no conclusion. But just as I said, it is just strange when the ones them see me and I really know me like that and I call I for intercede on their behalf. Where that come from? And watch me now. I see him way so the brethren whisper to me and I say, boy, when I know him but I like to talk to the lady there, but the lady that kind of seem rough. And listen, when me I whisper to my neighbor just demonstrate how rough she is. I could only smile and I said, Jano, Jano. And I hope you know think me I try bully my neighbor, me only have to show you the points. If you can pray, anybody else can pray. And if you own a house, people that have own enemy, that is them points that we know it kind of sting. We know never energy work. That's why I never leave. I go and start go out on the street. And when people ask my advice, I don't know me, I have to try not to get involved. So I don't have any advice, because the people and if me try to talk to them are gonna just decide so them don't want to talk to me. And them are gonna probably not want no more friend from me. So I'm gonna lose too much friends. Well, I don't know if most friends anyway. So listen, I'm just having a blast. Anyway, right now, right out here, you know, and I bug out, but me really want to share that part of the information. Therefore, so them I switch it up on us, them I reset it, them have it documented, but we never get the clarity. And it's going to take another 30, 40, 50 years before most people get this kind of clarity. Why? Because people like me are gone on for the face of the earth, and the new people are totally clueless. And the ancestors them will gonna come after I for bring it forward, I gonna face the very same situation when me I face. Me have people who know me from 2017 supposed to hear me and I learn and me I tell them, me for one lifetime learn anything at all, cause me my brethren, well, the man just really take on the thing, like just take it on yesterday and yeah, the man choose for say, see strength in my Lord. I believe in a way I do. And listen, just by that strength, you see the amount of information I'm push from the day and the things that want me to do. And this is from one brethren. And it's not even what I said, a friend where me never see before. This I'm a brethren. This a brethren where we eat, we cook food and share food and man bring thing come round at my location, yeah, son. Yeah, I got link, man, yeah, strength to strength. I've never come across a warrior and me at this age. Well, they put it this way. Me go call out some youth where me can talk about that on that level. And why me can say that as me I said, a youth named Munda, him flashing on my head. We used to call him Munda boy, but him a Munda now because him old man pass. Yeah man, me now want go too deep in the man thing, but from around a foreign the warrior, and the old lady I tell me say that on the island because me never know he even there about. And it's a joy if you know say yeah, I saw the things there. Yeah man, but you are one of them good youth that brawling, good youth, why? Strength to strength. Remember I come over Sea Town and I go on with myself. Yeah man. I remember it's a little thing, I say, boy, yo, do this for me. And me, I say, where I say, man. And when my table turn over and mash up, and you me say, I never hesitate, warrior. I'm not gonna lie, warrior, you never hesitate. That a munda. Yeah, man. Work, listen, people, that's why I'm say, if we never know the journey out there, yeah, man. Whole heap of losses, whole heap of disappointment, whole heap of mash up, but nothing petty. Nothing blood clot petty. And when we come here with among some of these people, them so fucking petty. And them would think, say, boy, you're petty like them. Like the little nothing at all of them have you have interest in her. Never problem I live like this, living so close to people. That's why I know me have to go rise and make some move for it. Yeah, yeah, I can't, no. I don't know. And the location and nothing for you go crazy over. No, it's just no, so you secure your area. You not gonna allow a man for really but I don't know if I got crazy over. Are you mad? Are you insane? Well, forgive me. I want to show I'm a traveler, literally and figuratively. I am a traveler. So it's a difference. Yeah, man. Anyway, Peter Trouble McGee, you know, yeah. Right now my thing stuck, but I know how never move it to yeah. Yeah, man, but you don't know. Always telling us that they're number one comedian, you know? Yeah, man, number one comedian. Yeah. Wait, I stop the thing stuck, I got still there. I got secure still there, Rasta. Salute though. Give thanks to the past through. Listen, I forgot to play over this tape, because I don't know if I fall asleep just now, because I'm not gonna lie. Me kind of up I do some one whole heap of reading. What may I tell you? And why me do the reading and I make the computer read it? When me read, it's like I observe and get the things that more so than me just I listen. You know? Yeah. So more time it beat when I have to read so much, man. Yeah, and more time I read for hours and forgot some of to put on my glasses. So I know say firstly they around you know it's a judgment that me get out there in front of the computer and I have on my glasses. Then I remember the glasses and then somebody throw it off and a few. And then I take it off and put it down and I forgot to put it on again and God I read again without my glasses. But listen, me did done so long time ago. I rather read and blind to fuck and get the knowledge than don't read, don't have no knowledge and can say nonsense. Yeah man. And when me used to say that, that's when me I use a BlackBerry phone, you know, them little beanie phone there. And then phone them is a man used to use it and me used to bridge the Wi-Fi them time they have a way for always can get some Wi-Fi somewhere. Yeah man, that's how me used to work, man. You know, if I for write a true book, it would probably be interesting but probably boring, but it'll probably be very revealing. Yeah man, it'll really say the insides. It'll say yeah, there is moments when you have to wonder what go on. Me I talk to my old lady and me have to tell her, bro, salute, Anna my king, Anna, same way. Then I feel say, Joan, I tell you this, foreign did rough, cause you know, we go around as a little teenager thing and we take time back and forth till we stay and rough it out. And I might have some rough time in a foreign. You have time, even when me I tell myself, so man, I do my thing out there and thing, you have some time where you get in a some drought where rough. But the part that would have been the earlier part of me I talk about. So then roughness that yeah, you could have handled those kind of things. But me have to tell the old lady so the worst time me experience so when I come home and me have talk that I know I've said this in my older tapes when me used to just chant and philosophical reasoning, but the worst blood, the worst I when I come home, I do the worst experience, man. Believe it, man. It was torment. I couldn't believe it. And really from inside of your own house. I couldn't believe it, man. Yeah, man. You don't forget to a point where me have to just say, if me not assert truth, me not think never survive, literally. So me have to just open my mouth and talk truth, and talk truth like how me talk it. Loud, vulgar, with blood clot behind it. Truth, man. Listen, people. That's why listen, I can get inside of my place now. I ain't a hear no bag of blood clot, picnic, like some, like, hey, a them choke them on, a them hurt them on. Listen, I can't write a book, Rasta. Or when people dead, I can't write a book. I still have to preserve people dignity, preserve people integrity. So I will live with the beat up, but my truth I truth, man. When I talk truth, people were dead. Yeah, man. And me experience it, man. And you know the beauty about it. For some reason, the most I always have some kind of witness what can say. Yeah, man. I truly my talk, I remember. And why I can say that is years ago. I remember I passed through a location where I used to visit some people and things. And the people them a compliment me and I tell me, oh, different my look. And then I say, what do you mean? Show me trick them. I said, no. You did have a rotted energy where you did hungry and we used to worry about your car. We have said we don't want you kick off and me have to smile because I really remember that time. And I when I come from foreign, all the roughness where you go through a foreign, are the worst people. I've never experienced that, and I will never experience that again. Yeah, man, why? Because I'm not going to get nobody in a room anymore. Because I could have come home and just say, hey, girl, what kind of man this is? And put every, and just beat out people out of this blood clot. I could have, but you know, you're humble and boy, I come like the people and take my humbleness for something else. All of them want me use and them know me, you know. And them know me, you know. And I like them don't know me. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? But that's why I start, love truth. We stand up in a truth and we will fight. With truth and we will fight. For truth and we will live. For truth. I mean, I have a problem dying 1,000 death. For truth. That's suck on the mother. I won't live a day if me have to live and for please, telling lie. Me I telling us I got suck on the mother and it over. God truth alone can make me free. And I realize say you have some people out there when they say that them wicked, them wicked, them wicked, them wicked, them. And when you see them going like them, get them so unassuming. You would know the rascal evil. Whether in them core, them don't even know it neither. Because them actions is such where them don't say it wrong. Them don't know when them make some talk, them a plant seed. What cause people like it? Well, when I say them know what them a do. Them just don't know, so them sick. Them psychotic or psychopathic. Them sick, man. No, you'd have said me amongst them, and through me go on a way, I'm probably not look as handsome or I'm probably not refine or whatever. I mean, I get the judgment, Babylon would come and look and see me and them say, you know what, make we lock up that one, yeah. Not knowing that the angel them are lock up. And I left the demons them out there. And that's the truth. Well, yeah, what? We just give thanks. We have, the freedom of expression while we have it. Cause a sovereign man like me, never always have all of my fundamental rights and freedom. Now give it none. And under holiness, nor in cabinet, nor none in police can't take away none from me. Them have to operate by contract only because I'm not a part of their citizenry. That is it. That is it. It not apply to y'all who would choose to be their citizen. It cannot apply. Anyway, I really never planned for the out there so long I am, but Jah know. I just express myself and I say, I'm gonna give a ode who you be, if you know no manners and no respect, that's fine with me. I'm there in my own place, really, really. Yeah, man, and as much as you hear me talk about mommy, me and my mother have an exceptional relationship. In fact, she surprised me today. I wonder what happened. I don't remember what the conversation was, but the whole lady said, oh, I man plant a guava tree and the guava them sweet like sugar. I kid you not. But I talk about it because I was there for years, couple years well I plant and nothing couldn't grow. So the people and they also well not people but our neighbor used to mouth me and say me I must say brown thumb, something like that. I remember me I explain it and me call it green thumb, people laugh at me. And so me have brown thumb, but me so I probably did just crab up here, the spirit did just cross. And then after a while when everything a balance out, my sister plant start grow. So if you pass my place now, you see me have all, yeah, couple plants well, me have all a beautiful orchid. I shouldn't say it, I'm probably go out there and say my orchid, something wrong with it. But yeah, man, pretty hear me to myself, oh, the mess never take care of this thing. Yeah, man, cause, I say, what kind of water now? What if you do with it? 'Cause it's so pretty. And joke me never say the sun got beat it up, man. I say, boy, I got us, I love my plant, man. So I give thanks when I see my planting in a ground and it grows. So the lady, once I get some of my guava and I say it's sweet. So my mother tell me, so she said to the lady, say, yes, the guava sweet like our son. So me, bust out a laugh. And I choke, and me I said, you don't talk nothing good about. Aye, something wrong. And I guess she said the neighbor laughed and I said, one of them make a gesture, I said, you go along or something like that. But it was just funny when, now have them experience because people don't know how priceless it is. Just like how priceless it was when I come home and could have a moment with my grandmother while she cognizant and everything till, the brain slowed down and the senile thing go on where one of the time I just me she remember. See a lot of some them come and she don't remember that. But yeah man. Me give thanks cause more time me and Joe me talk and she will give me some old story cause me that fi ask her. I say, yeah, Joe, tell me something. Me uncle have did know my father, cause I've never heard that man that talk no kind of story about my father. As at them way that he's a man with quiz. But yeah man, it's just a joy, yes sir. Now I got add a little part before me jump off. I want to share some documents out there. And I know say one's probably a peep and a look and a wonder. And I'll say this to y'all out there. For the ones that never have interest going forward, you gotta have to talk to me. And when you don't have no interest, I know you're not gonna talk to me. But this is what I say. I gonna know so that is the choice. So we have to let us know so the access gone permanently. Cause me now do not know where on a big open door thing where everybody run in and spoil. Me not that so cause me have some esoteric information. I can't even tell you know where I get it from. Cause me not know. But also the information does present itself to me and me have to fight and a fuss and I said, who I go on? Yeah, the ancestors, they're not play people. Really. And a joke thing with them on this level is so high. Yeah, man. And a joke information I sit down and I put together around here. But I know it I gonna need a strength. I'm now gonna really have my strength to deal with certain things and I feel look on people like say boy, you know, me I run a Red Cross or something like that. It not gonna work. So just like Harriet Tubman would have said, if only more people, they know them enslaved, probably a few more would have choose to at least walk the sovereign journey. Yeah, man. Walk away from them colonization, walk away from them oppression, that colonial oppression. Yeah, man. Walk away from it, man. But I think you have some people say, and then do what? What do you mean do what? You live, you learn, you live some more. Free. Problem is, people say I'm too old to learn, and someone said me can't bother. I'm done with school already. Me can't learn, and me don't want to learn, and this is what me I say. My role with the one that I can read and write but have interest. One not have to worry. Even though the work phone. The ones that I can read and write. Yeah, me will structure the instrument then phone and show which part to make on a mark. Yeah, and that's by how me share on YouTube. When we structure a certain way, you have access, but me have to make time and express things to you, explain things to you, so you have a comprehensive understanding of what it is. You're not gonna get it, that's some YouTube video. No, whole heap of things we not express. We have things where we have put together over there, we're gonna show out there. But therefore, make gonna get a glimpse. Yeah. then part of the thing they're gonna stay indoors. Especially the passport with the how more structure the information inside. Yeah, it's gonna be ancestral. Yeah man, I don't know. Slave thing with these people and them follow these rules and follow that rules now. We are come with a rascal authority we supersede everybody. Yeah, we are come with the authority that is on top of the bureaucracy of all government agency. That's where I work from. Yeah, man. So that never teach the item. So the item was stuck on some old information we used to share. If you don't want to stay stuck on it, can. But this is a new era. I mean, I hear much people out there bring it like how me I bring it. I mean, know them not come with the clarity where I man express. But we know them not mind now. Stay on the cut and hide and learn from it. Them not mind do that. And when them learn, them not gonna give you no credit and say, yo, a sovereign man, me here say that first, you know, yo, a sovereign man, me say do that first, them not gonna do that. Yeah, man. So I'm another stay resolute with the pursuit of this truth and express it accordingly. Sovereignty. Yeah, man, and put the de facto federal system in its appropriate place. Yeah, away from me brawlingly. I'm the only man in the earth that express that kind of clarity, yeah. So subtly. But me have to chop it up and chamba it up and yeah, bring my little comedic stint in it. Yeah, man. Boy, I can't believe going a 2 hour, I'm still not shut my mouth. Complete gratitude out there. I really fall asleep. I forgot to play back this stage because I know I fall asleep on that video. Literally. Yeah, man, it's like me a sleep talk. So me have to go over it and probably make it private before it go too far public. Right now, me have probably 1 or 2 views. Yeah, I'll probably take a rest up or I don't even know. 'Cause I can't get a rest up here now. Some more coffee nigga beat and going on some more information and yeah. Later I fill in my 3 hour nap, you know. It look like a function from military time. We now get more than 3 hours sleep. And we don't want no more than that anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So anyway, give thanks and praise out there. No lie, I can't believe it. And every time I just rant, and just you know, yippee up. When I look upon the time, I then think I go in at 2 hours. If I had a glimpse of time earlier, yeah, man. But I love it. Complete gratitude. May the Most High guide and protect the island. In all the island ways, in all the island endeavors, and bliss the island perpetually. You know, we should have showed them this information. To leave it for next time. Complete gratitude, free people. Salute out there.